Hi, you guys. It's Yaz, and today I'm going to talk about 10 things a narcissist will do after they lose you. It really might surprise you because when you break up with a narcissist, it's not a normal breakup, okay? So when you finally have had enough with that narcissist, these are the 10 things that are going to happen after the narcissist loses you. Number one, they're not going to mourn you the way a person mourns. What a lot of them do after they lose you, they go out, they get drunk, or they go out and they have sex. And why do they do these things? To make themselves feel better. See, narcissists don't want to feel depressed. They don't want to have that kind of emotion. They never want to feel like they got abandoned. That's one of the biggest fears of a narcissist, is to feel like you abandoned them or that they lost. So they have to go out and they have to try to make themselves feel better. So a lot of times when the narcissist loses you, they're immediately going to try to replace those feelings of loss or depression with things that lift them up. That's why a lot of them too, when they lose you, like really lose you, they're going to go running to the new supplies house. All right. So because they have to fill in that void that they just lost you. And, a lot of people will sit there and say, oh, the narcissist, they'll be devastated when they lose you. It really depends on the narcissist and what's going on in the narcissist's life. I'm not going to sit here and give you false information that, is just going to make you believe everything, make you feel good. I'm going to give you the truth because this is the truth. A lot of narcissists, by the time they lose you, they already have someone else in place. And they do that on purpose because the narcissist noticed, even before you walked away, that the relationship was breaking down. And they made sure that they had someone in place for when it actually did break down and you did walk away, so that they wouldn't feel that hurt, that pain, okay? And usually by the time you walk away, they have already devalued you. They have already found things they don't like about you, because narcissists just always find things they don't like about people, all right? And especially the longer you're with them. So what a lot of them will do is they're going to run to the new supply. This is somebody they either had the whole time while they were with you, or they line them up towards the end of the relationship. They don't generally just run out and start looking to find somebody new. They have that person already in place, all right? That's why people say, oh, how did they jump into a new relationship so quickly? They didn't, okay? They had that person while they were with you. I hate to tell you that. Most of the time, that's the case. But they will also, if they feel they're losing something like a valuable supply, you're a grade A supply, you offered something that they can't get somewhere else, they're going to be upset in the sense that they're going to want to make themselves feel better. So they may start with their addictions. They may start drinking. They may go out and have plenty of sex, and they also want to have a lot of sex with other people too to get back at you. This is how narcissists get revenge on you. They love to go out and sleep with a lot of people. So you could have a fight with a narcissist, and a lot of them will go out and cheat on you if you're still in the relationship, and that's their way of getting back at you. I remember when I was with the malignant narcissist, he said to me, if I wanted to get back at you, all I have to do is cheat on you. So right then and there, I knew that's what he did, okay? You see how narcissists tell on themselves? So you guys, it's like this. After the narcissist loses you, they're going to be into their addictions. Drinking, drugging, smoking, running around, being promiscuous. They'll not only be with the other supply, but they'll also be looking for a backup to the other supply. They always have to have a backup to whatever supply they're with. So they're going to be busy trying to keep their lives busy because they never want to fall into that pit of depression from feeling that they were abandoned or they lost something from you, okay? Next thing that the narcissist will do is it's never really over with a narcissist, okay? They don't like to just let go of something. So what they're going to do is they're going to give it time. This is what narcissists do. They wait. They give it time. They get busy with other supply. They occupy themselves with the other supply. And then they'll wait to come back. They could wait weeks. They could wait months. They could wait years. So, just because you haven't heard from the narcissist in a couple of months doesn't mean that they're not going to come back. 90% of them will come back, you guys. Most do come back. Not everybody, but most do come back. And again, it depends on what's going on in that narcissist's life. If they're busy, if they have a lot of supply, you're not going to hear from them right away. But if they don't have a lot of supply or things go awry with the supply that they have, you're going to hear from them sooner than later. Okay. And the other reason that they wait is they want you to cool down. They want you to miss them. All right. So that's why they come back and they never bring up the argument and they make like nothing ever happened, because now they feel they don't have to take accountability for anything they did, for the breakup. And they're hoping that you miss them and they could just kind of weasel their way back into your life. So they'll come in, they'll hoover you, and they'll hoover you with lines like, how you been, or happy birthday. They'll come around when it's a birthday, a holiday. That's a great way for them to kind of just reach out to you. They're not reaching out to you because it's your birthday, okay? They're reaching out to you because they're trying to break the silence and get in with that line of communication and get you talking again. And then once they know they have you talking, then they could kind of weasel their way back in to try to get the supply that they lost. They want that supply that they lost. Now, keep in mind, the better the supply you are to the narcissist, the more they're going to keep coming back, okay? Let's say you have a big house and they have nowhere to live. They're going to be coming back, if they know they can, and that you're not, that they can manipulate you, right? But if you're just a backup and you always were a backup and they were always breadcrumbing you, they may come back, they may not, okay? Because you were not a grade A supply, and also they may be busy with other people, so they don't need you. So when a narcissist doesn't need you, you're not going to hear from them, all right? But when they do need you, you will hear from them. So they wait, all right? The other thing, they will look to find another victim if they don't have one already. Usually they got somebody, okay? 99% of the time they have somebody by the time you break up with them. And a lot of them may not care at that time. So it's not like they're automatically devastated. They're left alone. They're sitting home crying. No, that's not the narcissist. The narcissist is going to be out. They're going to be either at the new supply's house, or the new supply is going to be over the narcissist's house, or that narcissist is going to be going out all over the place, finding supply all over, bar hopping, partying, going wild, okay? Wild with it. Narcs go wild, okay? Like Girls Gone Wild, narcs go wild. That's what's going to happen, okay? The other thing that will happen is they will become the victim. They will tell everybody that they tried with you, that you were controlling. They'll make sure they tell everybody you're a cheater when they were the cheater. They will project all the shame onto you and make you out to be crazy. You have mental issues. They tried, but you need to work on yourself, they're going to say. All these things to make you look bad to everybody else, because they're going to be worried about what everybody thinks, right? They don't want to look like they did anything wrong. It's always your fault. So they're going to play the victim to everybody else and try to get everybody to look at you a certain way. They may post on their social media, like, some people don't appreciate a good man, or some people don't appreciate a good woman, or something like that, to make themselves look like the victim and everything. All right. The next thing, like I said before, they will say that you were cheating. All right. And, you are the bad one. They're always going to try to make you. Oh, the other thing too, I just thought of this. The other thing they're going to do when they lose you, they're going to say you were the controlling one. And you guys, they're going to call you the narcissist. Now that the narcissist, or narcissist rather, is the new buzzword of the day, the narcissist is going to use it as well by telling everybody you're the narcissist. So many narcissists want to call their ex-partners the narcissist, when in fact, they are the narcissist. They're the ones that were running game. They're the ones who had no empathy. They're the ones who were doing the mind games, the blame shifting, the gaslighting, the triangulation. But yet, they will call you the narcissist because they want everybody to think that you're the one that's bad, all right? So, you guys, when a narcissist loses you, they will be out having sex with a lot of people if they don't have another supply lined up, but most of the time they do. They're not going to mourn you the way a normal breakup when people break up, because the narcissist had somebody to fall back on. They had that other supply. So it's not going to hurt them the way it hurts you. So when you break up with a narcissist, you're the one who's going to be depressed. You're the one, most times, unless you really, have had it and you see what they are and you understand narcissism and what went down. But a lot of people are going to be hurting a few months, if not longer, after they break up with the narcissist, because the fact that that narcissist was so cold, dropped them so cold, or caused a reverse discard where they really couldn't care less whether you walked away or not. It's the coldness of that narcissist that really hurts people, because they thought that this person really cared. They thought that this person really loved them. And they're like, what the hell just happened? How were they able to just walk away? What is this that they have somebody else? I thought that, you were really convinced that that person cared about you. And that's what's really hard, and that's what's in your head, trying to break that cognitive dissonance to think that, this isn't who you thought they were. But they did such a good con job on you, pretending they were all in, that when you finally break up with them, it's going to take time for you to heal. It's going to take time to heal from a narcissist, because you're rewiring your brain to see what the hell happened. And what happened is they built up a fantasy in your head. They built your trust up, and then they took it all away. It's like they gave you, it's like a drug addiction. It's like they gave you this high off the fantasy. You got the high off the fantasy, and then they walk away, and now you're suffering from withdrawal. And that's what's going on. But it was never all real. It was never all real. And here's what I have to say about this, okay, you guys? And a lot of people have to understand. See, a lot of people don't understand life. And I didn't understand life when I was younger. And the thing is, life is not a fantasy, a romance novel. It's not, this perfect picture. But what the narcissist does to fool you, they paint a perfect picture. And one of the things I always hear from narc abuse victims, they say things like, well, they were too good to be true. That right there, my friends, is your red flag. They were too good to be true. And here's what I have to say to that. Nobody's that good, okay? Nobody's that good, because all human beings, we all have things that, are flaws that we have to live with. A healthy relationship and a long-term healthy relationship is one where you're almost like best friends, okay? It's not filled with lust like the narcissist relationship, where you're lusting everything, or you're living in this fantasy. You're going to live together in this house together, and they're going to love you, and they're going to, be so romantic with you, and they're going to be lusting you all day long. That's not real life, gang, okay? But unfortunately, a lot of people think it is, because the narcissist painted this picture, and that's not real life. So The narcissists, what they do is they build that dream up. They future fake. They build that dream up, and then they just burst that bubble and take it all away. But that's why you have to be more cautious when you get involved with somebody. You got to vet them out, all right? You got to vet them out. And I'm going to drop that podcast soon about how to vet out that narcissist so that you don't get entrapped with a narcissist who's building up this dream, making you think like, I'm your soulmate. First of all, you could have a million soulmates. It's not just one person. I got to clarify this. I did this in an older podcast. A soulmate, you as human beings can have many soulmates. There's many people in this world that you could be with and be happy with, not just the narcissist. And by the way, the narcissist is not your soulmate, but they pretended to be your soulmate. They told you they were your soulmate, and that was the farthest thing from they're going to tell you everything you want to hear. That's what they're going to do. And a lot of people, a lot of naive people, they ate it hook, line, and sinker. And when the narcissist gets in there, gets the supply, and then all of a sudden the discard happens, all of a sudden these people are devastated. This is what's happening. They're devastated because they're not realizing that the narcissist was not who you thought they were. Okay? After you, trust me, after you guys listen to my podcast on vetting out that narcissist, you're going to really get it. All right? So I'm waiting to drop that, because I want to put these other podcasts out first. So you guys, when a narcissist loses you, they're not going to mourn you and be, feel like, oh my God, I lost the love of my life. Because the other reason too is the narcissist never fully attached to you. They always had a wall up. That's a survival tactic because they didn't want to get hurt. They know that if they become vulnerable, they get too close to you, they're going to get hurt. So they were never all in the way you were all in. So it's not going to affect them the way it's affecting you. You put all your eggs in the basket. They didn't. That's the difference, guys. All right. So after a narcissist loses you, they're going to go out, have a good time for themselves. They're going to go with the other supply that they already have. Not that and if they don't, 90% of the time, they already have another supply. That's why you're breaking up with them. Only you don't know about that other supply, but they're playing games on you because they're running around going to see the other supply. Okay? They're not going to miss you until they need you. And it's not you that they're going to miss. They're going to miss whatever you had to offer. Just to clarify. So they're going to go out. They're going to be into their addiction. When they lose you, they're going to try to replace those feelings of sadness with numbing themselves out with drugs, alcohol, and a lot of sex. They will wait. They will come back and hoover you. They'll wait for you to cool down. They will look to find another victim to control because they need to control somebody. They will become the victim in everybody else's eye and portray that they are the victim to everybody else. They'll also smear you. That's a given. When the narcissist loses you, they've got to discredit you so that nobody believes you if you go and expose them for the toxic individual they are. They will say you were cheating. They will say you have mental issues. They will say you are controlling and insecure. This is a given. They're going to put all of this on you so that everybody thinks you're messed up, okay? When in fact, it is the narcissist who's messed up. And understand this, anybody who believes the narcissist is either incredibly naive or they're on the side of the narcissist. In either case, you don't need these people in your life, all right? People that have your back will know that you're not like that. So if people want to look at you, let them. Who cares? Who cares what other people think? These are not your people, all right? So let the narcissist run their mouth. That'll only last for a little while till they find another victim, all right? So I hope that helps you guys. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast. If you're looking for confidential one-on-one phone coaching, check out the link in the bio at askyaz.wixsite.com/thegameexposed. If you're confused, you don't know if you're dealing with a narcissist, check out the link in the bio and you need help, you need clarity, right? My YouTube, I lay it down on YouTube at the Game Exposed podcast. Go check it out, you guys. Over 6,000 videos. You'll pretty much find what you're looking for, what topic of narcissism on my channel at the Game Exposed podcast. Just do a search on my channel. The other thing is I'm back on Facebook, you guys. So glad to be back. You can find me on Facebook at the Game EXP123 on Facebook. TikTok is the Game Exposed, and Instagram is the Game EXP123. And have a great day.